Ladies and gentlemen, that's the Lamar University Percussion Ensemble under the direction of Travis Fife. Fortunately, we'll get to hear from them again one more time this evening. Good evening. My name is Juan Zabala, and I'm fortunate to serve as the Vice President for University Advancement for Lamar University. I want to welcome all of you to our Scholarship Recognition Dinner. This is an extraordinary event which gives an opportunity for our scholarship donors and our scholarship recipients to get to know one another, or to get to know one another better. Tonight we will highlight some of our outstanding scholarship recipients during the course of our program. The first student you will meet is the student who will give our invocation this evening. Colin Kaler is a senior at Lamar University who will be graduating next month with a degree in exercise science and will then undertake the process of applying to medical school. Colin was selected last year to receive one of Lamar University's most competitive and prestigious awards when he was named the David J. Beck Fellow. As a Beck Fellow, Colin studied advances in rehabilitative surgery and therapy for sports injuries at the Sports Surgery Clinic in Dublin, Ireland. While he was there, he also conducted research on the relationship between isometric and isokinetic peak torque and unilateral vertical jump height. I didn't think I'd get that right. Colin is remarkably active at Lamar University, serving, among many other things, as the founding president Lamar University's Spirit and Traditions Council. He's a member of the American Medical Student Association, the Tri Beta Biological Honor Society, and president of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Colin was the starting punter for Lamar University for 4 years and also served as the team captain of our football team. Not surprisingly, Colin has received numerous awards and recognitions from Lamar University. Just last week, he received the C. Robert Campbell Award, which is awarded annually to recognize Lamar University's top senior student. He was inducted into the Phi Kappa Phi National Honor Society, and he was elected in 2014 as Homecoming King. Colin received numerous athletic accolades, including being named the 2013 Southland Conference Student Athlete of the Year. Colin is the recipient of the Coach John Payton Scholarship. Ladies and gentlemen, Colin Kaler.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Zabala. We gather on this day understanding that we come from different places, hold different values, and cherish different beliefs. Yet, today we are united in gratitude. In a world where many cannot study, we're thankful for the achievements, degrees, and honors that we celebrate today. In a world where many have no future, we're thankful for the dreams, hopes, and plans that have been nourished in the community of this institution. In a world where many have no community, we're thankful for the support of mentors, teachers, family, and friends. I invite us to share in a moment of silence to reflect on all that is yet to be while expressing thanks for our food this evening, the gift of intellect, goals met, the support of family and friends, mentors, and a society that encourages education. Theodore Roosevelt once said, "Let us remember that as much has been given us, much will be expected from us, and that true homage comes from the heart as well as from the lips, and shows itself in deeds." As we go on this evening, on different paths, to different experiences, and different destinies, may our gratitude unite us in the desire of using all that we are and all that they have for the common good. Thank you.
Thank you, Colin. Now, if you have not already done so, please feel free to enjoy your salad. We have buffets for dinner on both sides of the room. If you're interested in a vegetarian plate, there is a vegetarian-only buffet here at the front on my left and your right, and our program will begin after dinner. Thank you. Good evening once again. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you once again for joining us this evening. I know that many of you are still eating, and I encourage you to go ahead and enjoy your dinner as we get the program started. We're honored this evening to have joining us many distinguished guests and friends of Lamar University. Time does not allow me to introduce each one of these individually and give them the proper recognition, but I'd ask that you give me your indulgence as I recognize just a few of the senior members of Lamar University's executive leadership. I would ask those members who I introduced to stand for a moment, and I would ask you to hold your applause until the introductions are finished. First, allow me to introduce our president, Dr. Kenneth Evans, Jimmy Simmons, President Emeritus, Steve Doblin, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Cruz Melvin, Vice President for Finance and Operation, Jason Henderson, Athletics Director, Kevin Smith, Senior Associate Provost, Brenda Nichols, the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Henry Venta, the Dean of the College of Business, Rush Schultz, the Dean of the College of Fine Arts and Communication, Bill Holmes, Interim Dean of the College of Education and Human Development, Vic Zaloom, Interim Dean of the College of Engineering, Bill Harn, Dean of Graduate Studies, Vernice Monroe, President's Liaison for Multicultural Enhancement, Joe Domino, President of the Lamar University Foundation Board of Trustees. We're also pleased to have with us several members of the University Advancement Leadership Team. They're Floyd McSpadden, Director of Planned Giving, Shannon Copeland, Director of Alumni Affairs, Karen Nichols, Director of the Lamar University Foundation, along with Tracy Craig, who is Director of the University Reception Centers. We also have joining us an extraordinary group of individuals who are the Lamar University Ambassadors. These students are hand-selected after a competitive application and interview process, and they represent the university's student body at official university events. You can easily spot them in their signature red blazers, which you will see now as they all stand. We're very proud of them. Eric, you're first. Y'all go ahead and stand. Thank you. Thank you. Last, but most certainly not least, I want to recognize the Lamar University Advancement Team who worked so diligently to make this evening possible. As you can imagine, it takes a large group of people working very hard to put on an event such as this. I'd like to thank all of our team who worked diligently on this project, and I'd like to take just a moment to thank a handful of people who played key roles in ensuring that tonight was as good a success as it is. They're Christy Young, Associate Director of Development, Angie Canada, Donor Relations Coordinator, Andrea Davis, Development Specialist for Lamar University's Foundation, Antoinette Mays, Administrative Assistant in the Alumni Affairs Office, and Denise Salter. Denise is Coordinator of Development Coordinator, and she is the chairperson for this event. Thank you all very much. I wish that I had the time to introduce all of the faculty and staff who are with us this evening, since they all play a vital role in our program of awarding scholarships to such distinguished students. I would like at this time to ask to stand all the faculty and staff who were not previously introduced so that we may show our appreciation. Thank you all very much. Tonight we're changing things up a little from what we have done in years past. For our scholarship student presentation, we'll highlight 4 of our recipients in a special video presentation. The students you will meet are Charles Hoyne. Charles will graduate next month with a degree in chemical engineering. He is a Lamar Ambassador, president of the Cardinal Tennis Club, a member of the Honors Peer Advisory Council, member of the student chapter of the American Institute of Chemical Engineers, Honors Student Association, and Phi Kappa Phi Honors Society. Charles is the recipient of the Mildred Bland Lucas and Harry Lucas Memorial Scholarship, the Mamie McFadden Ward Memorial Scholarship in Health Services, and the Marvin V. Harlow Engineering Scholarship. We also have Danielle Ellis. She's a psychology and pre-med major who will graduate in December. Danielle is an LU ambassador, president of the American Medical Student Association, member of Tau Beta Sigma Music Honors Sorority, Phi Kappa Phi Honors Society, and the LU Honors Association. Danielle was recently named a McNair Scholar and will be doing research on sorry, Danielle, I told you I'd do that. Mitochondrial apoptosis as a potential cure for cancer. She will spend some part of this summer involved in her second study abroad program when she goes to Mexico to conduct research on obesity, nutritional and caloric expenditure trends among cohort in Jalapa, Mexico, and Beaumont, Texas. Danielle is the recipient of the M.L. Leffler Sr. and the Bessie Leffler Memorial Scholarship. Margot Marks is a sophomore industrial engineering student. Margot plans to work as an engineer and pursue a law degree after her graduation. An LU ambassador, Margot is a member of the National Society of Black Engineers, of the Institute of Industrial Engineers, and Toastmasters International. She's the recipient of the William Patrick Weber Presidential Scholarship and the J.D. and Stella Melanson Memorial Scholarship in Industrial Engineering. Finally, we get to meet Faith Hubbard. Faith is currently a junior who will graduate in December of next year with a Bachelor of Business Administration degree in marketing. Faith is a member of Alpha Lambda Delta and Phi Eta Sigma Honors Societies. In addition to her work as a social media expert and marketing director in our community, Faith is a marketing intern at Lamar University. Faith is the recipient of the Southeast Texas Legends Scholarship.
I would say my biggest hurdle was speech and English. Growing up, English was my third language. And speaking overall, I've always spoken very quickly, stuttered pretty often. And that has become a very negative part of my life. So it was a skill that I definitely had to practice and learn through watching others and watching how they delivered their speeches. I've slowly overcome this obstacle.
I think my grandpa inspires me the most. He just passed away in February. He was a very strong man. He came from a poor background. He used to pick cotton in the fields, and he didn't get past ninth grade, I don't think, but he provided for his family and for my grandma. He kept everyone together, and he was the person who really inspired me to want to pursue, I guess, a higher education to make it somewhere, because he knew that if I didn't educate myself, I wouldn't make it that far in life.
To me, higher education is everything. I think now, with the way things are in our world and our society, like without higher education, it's very hard to become successful. So to me, higher education is my future. It's all I have. It's what I'm working towards. It'll provide me with the tools that I need to succeed, and I think that's the most important thing in my life right now.
Well, my parents are the first people that inspired me, because my parents they actually attended Lamar University, but they didn't finish. So it's kind of like I'm living a legacy and I get to finish for them. And another thing is it's close to home, because in the summer I have to watch my sisters. So when I'm not working, I'm at home watching my sisters. So that way it's easier for them, so they don't have to worry about paying for daycare or paying for somebody to watch them, because it's easier for me to do it. Plus I get to spend time with my family, and I'm closer to my friends here, and I go to church here, so I'm involved at church.
Scholarships, it's kind of like a motivation. Like I'm working really hard and I'm really trying to, like, I guess, get somewhere, like a better place. And when I get a scholarship, it's like almost like a reward, you know, like, hey, you're doing something good. Here you go, here's some help. And it's like a relief. It's a big relief if I get a scholarship. It makes me really happy.
I would just say thank you. I'm very grateful, and I know there are many others who are also extremely grateful for your donation and your kindness and your generosity. It means the world for us and helps making this path a lot easier.
There's not enough ways that we can say thank you just for everything that you've done. And one day I hope that we can give back just like you've gave back to us and invest in someone else's future. And I hope that us as scholarship recipients don't forget like how important it is for someone to believe in you and invest in you. And I hope that one day we can pay that back to other people.
To all donors, I would say, please continue what you're doing. The money that you've donated extends beyond just freeing students of financial stress. It creates opportunity. It creates freedom from the financial stress of higher education. please know that even if you don't see how grateful the students are, know that they are truly thankful for what you've done.
Thank you, Charles and Danielle and Margot and Faith, for sharing your stories with us. I also want to thank Daniel McLemore. He is the proverbial man behind the curtain. Daniel is back there. He is on the staff of our Public Relations and Marketing Department, and he created that video for us tonight. Tonight, you've met some amazing students, and there are many similar and amazing students throughout the Montaigne Center tonight. I would like to ask for all of our scholarship recipients who are here tonight to please stand so that we can show our support for you and acknowledge your hard work and dedication. Thank you very much. Now it's my great pleasure to introduce the president of our university, Dr. Kenneth Evans. Dr. Evans has been at Lamar University for just less than 2 years and has already made significant strides in numbers of areas. Under his leadership, Lamar University has recently completed a strategic plan that will guide our university in the years to come. Many of his initiatives are working to transform Lamar University as we set about the process of inventing the future. Dr. Evans remains active in his marketing field and in the business education community and will be recognized this summer by the American Marketing Association with their Lifetime Achievement Award. It's my sincere pleasure to introduce to you the president of Lamar University, Dr. Kenneth Evans.
Thank you, Juan. How you all doing? Good. This is, believe it or not, you're sitting in a basketball stadium. It's pretty amazing how our staff transforms this space. We do this occasionally over the course of the year, and I'm always impressed with their vision for how they see this space and how they make it such a pleasant evening. So thanks again to all of them for the role they play. This is an interesting evening to me, and it's one of great celebration because we bring together the people who are making lives possible for individuals who otherwise may not have access to a college degree. That's a pretty amazing thing. And to each of you that have made that possible, thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts that are associated with the university, because it's a vital part of the lifeblood of this institution. It's an interesting time for Lamar. We celebrate this semester an enrollment of 14,000 and change students at Lamar University. It's the first time in the history of the institution that it has achieved that number in enrollment in a spring semester. Over the past 4 semesters, we have hit record enrollment every semester, including last summer. Now, oftentimes what happens when enrollment goes up at a lot of institutions, there are occasions when quality is compromised. Exactly the opposite has happened at Lamar over this period of time. We have improved the quality of our admitted freshman students each fall the last 2 years, and that's been made possible because of you. It's our ability to be able to use scholarships to attract truly exceptional students that in turn makes it possible for us to share the incredible opportunities that are present here at Lamar University. Something that you don't see, and frankly is unseen in this room tonight, is that Lamar University delivers to almost 6,000 students presently an online education. They may never have set foot in the city of Beaumont. They may not really even know where Lamar is. They don't have to, but they access us in an online space. These are people in the panhandle of Texas who otherwise wouldn't be able to access, oftentimes a graduate degree, or in other places where they're holding down a full-time job, frequently as K-12 teachers, and otherwise wouldn't be able to pursue advancement in their respective fields. We are, as an institution, very proud of what we do in the online space, and we're frankly really good at it. Just recently, Online Educator recognized us as the #1 provider of a master's degree in nursing online. And we were likewise ranked, I need to refer to my notes, forgive me for this. We were ranked second in the Masters of Science in Criminal Justice online, and we were ranked 4th nationally for our online Masters of Education program. So it's an interesting environment, an important one, and an important part of what we are and what we do. We also have almost 400 doctoral students enrolled at Lamar University, record numbers for this institution, and it's a continued area of really critical importance for us. Now, these students in this room have opportunities for experiences that would be absolutely spellbinding to you. Not only do they have opportunities to secure scholarships and work with great faculty and have great curriculum, but when we started 2 years ago, we were putting 40 students abroad a year. That's out of almost 12 or 12,500 students at that time. This year, we'll put over 150 students abroad, and they'll be in countries such as Belize, Hong Kong, China, Ecuador, England, France, Germany, Switzerland, Spain, and Sweden. Anybody want to come along, just let us know. We'll work out something for you. Actually, we have somebody who I know is going to make a trip to Sweden this summer, so we will make those opportunities available to you. We also provide enrichment experiences for our students through what we call the undergraduate research program. Many of our students are involved in the McNair program and the Stair-Step program, and then we made a commitment to build out an undergraduate research experience for our students. Just this last week, we had a team of students, Lauren Richardson, a McNair scholar, and Nicholas Nikolauskas, a Mirabeau scholar, who were selected to present their research at the 19th annual Posters on the Hill undergraduate poster session in Washington, D.C. I'm going to tell you what the title of their study is, and I refuse to be held accountable for any knowledge of what they did. The project they were involved in is the formation of physiologically realistic cancer cell spheroids with soft substrate microenvironments. Okay. What I understand from Lauren today is that it's an opportunity to enhance access to research materials for cancer researchers, which is an important breakthrough in the science of cancer research. These are undergraduate students. There were 60 teams chosen out of 600 that were competing for this, and we were the only team in the state of Texas selected to participate. Pretty cool. Other members of that team were Marzita Aguilar, Jamie Tran, and Gabriel Graham. And I also want to recognize Dr. Lian for the role he played as a biology faculty member in this project, but very, very exciting. Likewise, in Washington, D.C. this summer, we're going to have one of our Beck Fellows who will be participating in the political journalism summer program through a fund for American Studies. Her name is Kara Timberlake. Kara is here somewhere. Kara, where are you? There she is. She'll be interning with news organizations for 8 weeks and take courses in economics and ethics through George Mason University. She'll be on the Hill, she'll be attending multiple guest lectures, briefings, all the stuff that happens in that environment, which is all very cool. And that's part of an experience that we make possible for our students. Nancy and I were in Washington, D.C. a couple weeks ago. We had the opportunity to visit with one of our students who's been there this last semester as a result of a project that he's involved with the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation Walmart Emerging Leaders Program, where he's working on projects for the Center for International Private Enterprise in Latin America. But before he did that, he spent a semester in Puerto Rico working with the State Department. And before that, as part of a project that we funded, he spent time in the Panama Canal and watched that project unfolding. That's the second Panama Canal. That's the one that will transform shipping as we know it. Our trip to Washington, D.C. was made possible by Jack and Linda Gill as part of the Horatio Alger Awards ceremony. Jeremy, when I saw him last 11 months ago, is a very different fellow than I met a few weeks ago. The maturing experience that he had in Washington, D.C. is literally transformative. These are the kinds of opportunities we provide our students. This is just an amazing time for this university, a nexus of tremendous student quality, tremendous growth, tremendous support from you, and then I'll touch on one more. A lot of new structures going up on campus. As you came to campus, you probably noticed a metal infrastructure that's going up. That's the Rio Administration and Honors College complex, a 45,000 square foot footprint that will house admin, the Honors College, and a variety of other entities. We'll soon break ground across the street from it with a commercialization, innovation, and entrepreneurship facility that'll prove to be a laboratory for our students and our business faculty and other faculty in developing new initiatives. What a cool space to get firsthand experience. We built a softball complex this last year, and our softball team was able to open its season at home at the new complex. It's not quite finished. It'll be soon completed. And those of you that have had multiple exposures on campus over the course of time are familiar with the Student Center. We call it the Setzer Center. It's a tad bit long in the tooth. It needed some attention, and we're going to be in the process here shortly of completely gutting that facility and transforming it. And you, frankly, will not recognize it by the time it's done. We're very excited about what's going on there. Last but not least, we were busy this last year in quite a bit of hiring. A number of our key administrators on campus are chasing their grandchildren. And the net result of that is the baby boomer era is impacting us, and we're seeing transitions of some of our key and very cherished people. We obviously have to get involved in the hiring process. We're very pleased to have with us this evening the new provost and vice president of academic affairs, Jim Marquard, and his wife, Cecilia. Jim is right here. Cecilia. Jim is presently the Vice President of Academic Affairs at the University of Texas Dallas campus. We also have successfully hired 3 new deans. 2 of them cannot be with us this evening. Robert Spina is the new dean of the College of Education and Human Development. Bob is presently the Associate Dean of Education and College Assessment at Old Dominion University. And Srinivas Palanki, who is the new dean of the College of Engineering. He serves as the chair of the Department of Chemical Engineering and Biomedical Engineering at South Alabama. With us this evening, however, we're fortunate to have the new dean of the College of Fine Arts and Communication, Dorina Holzhausen, and her husband, Paul. Dorina? Dorina is the director of the School of Media and Strategic Communication at Oklahoma State University. I did come from the University of Oklahoma, and yes, I do recognize the interesting relationship Oklahoma State and Oklahoma have. Before I turn this back to Juan, I want to personally again thank you for what you do on behalf of our students. I know our students greatly appreciate each and every one of you for the role you play in helping their lives become much easier as a function of the access you provide them to education. For many of them, they wouldn't be here at all if it weren't for you. Thank you from all of us at the university for your contributions.
Thank you, Dr. Evans. And now we welcome back to the stage Travis Fife and the Lamar University Percussion Ensemble.
We want to take a few minutes and thank you all for giving us the opportunity to come out and perform for y'all this evening. It has been our pleasure to be a part of this evening with y'all. We have one large selection that we're going to end this evening with. But first, we have a little song that we would like to dedicate to President Evans, because apparently it's a special day for him. So, Dr. Evans, this song is for you. final number that we are going to perform for y'all this evening is by a composer by the name of David Maslanka. We had the privilege, through our connection, our Dean Schultz, who has been very supportive of percussion ensemble, the music department, to bring him in for an entire week earlier in this semester. And literally, we were working on another piece of his, and he recommended this one, and we heard it in a master class, and immediately we just kind of went with it. So this is Honer by David Maslanka, and again, thank you for allowing us to participate in your evening.
Thank you again. Y'all did a terrific job, and we truly appreciate it. Thank y'all so much for joining us this evening. If you would like to take a photograph of yourself with your students, or the other way around, of your students with your scholarship donors, we have two players to set up in the back of the room. Again, we appreciate you joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again next year. Thank you.